Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwenscove Tarot. Welcome, 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 my returning subscribers, and hello if you are a new face. Let's get straight into this. Now, what I heard was, because look, you've got here caring connections and seasons. There is definitely this person coming forward. Somebody wants to bring you a gift. But before I get ahead of myself, the download that I got, and it was a big one, there are 4 people that are working in cahoots with each other. It's very toxic, it's very messy, and there is this power play for who's going to be the boss, who's going to be the top dog. I was the child I was meant to be, caring connections. Yeah, there's somebody from your past coming in. There's somebody that wants you to heal their inner child, many, many wounds. These 4 people include the Grand High Warlock. And do you know what? I had a download a while ago and I wrote it down and then I forgot all about it. He is the son of Baphomet. Now, look at this. Yeah, heart chakra. There is a big heart block in this person. Look, that was family. There's a big heart block. And before I forget, have a look at the book. It's called The Emotion Code, and it talks about heart walls. Come on, that is family. It talks about heart walls, and that we all have one that we put as an armor around ourselves, maybe not even in this life. And you can find out what it's made out of. It could be made out of ebony. It could be made out of metal, and you will figure out how tall it is, how thick it is, and it's taking that time to work through that. Now look on here, we have masks, 3rd chakra archangel Chamiel. So Chamiel is coming through, okay? This is about strength in power, your personal power. You guys may be attracted to yellow. Some of you don't like yellow. Some of you are only just warming to it now, and this is all, it's color therapy and energy. Somebody was trying to get in, or someone's coming forward to try and disempower that. Many, many masks. So you have the Grand High Warlock, who is the son of Baphomet, who uses love spells to charm everyone. He's got a very much a Jeffrey Dahmer kind of energy. He has a harem of women that work for him. You then have this High Priestess, who is the copycat energy, very insecure. What wants to come out? Very insecure, strategizing. They are strategizing together. Look, 2 and 1, put that together, 3. They are still working in cahoots, but they don't like each other. There is so much toxicity. Look, grounding, strategizing. This is also a message. This came up in my last video about making sure that you are grounding yourself. If you get dizzy, or you get headaches after you have downloads, or you get tired, or this or that, or blah blah blah, you are being told. And also this could be a doctor's note, so some of you may actually not be employed at the moment, or you've taken some time off. Now what would to come at the back? So you've got this I've got all of this information coming through. Yeah, grief. Somebody's still trying to strategize how to put grief into your joy, in other words, into how you connect to your inner child. Grounding definitely wants to come out. Okay, and there's a very big Oshun energy. And look, 3 again. They're working together. The Grand High Warlock, the High Priestess, and then you have a Graveyard Witch. And you also have the 4th one is a fledgling. Somebody who hasn't been initiated yet, or a child, because I'm also hearing, this is, again, that song, It's a Family Affair, that won't leave me. And you have this fledgling is freaking out. Oh, there you go. She's freaking out, man. She is worried. 1 and 8, 9. This is almost like the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Wands all in one. She is freaking out about her stability, self-sabotage. She doesn't, you know what, she actually may be considering leaving, but she's too scared to. Now you have about 4 people who are in this coven with these people who, yeah, they left. They did not they saw the boat was sinking. They saw that the rituals that were being done were not working, and also that you guys are highly protected. You're highly protected by Sekhmet. You're highly protected by your Egyptian lineage, but other lineages as well, because some of you have had, and many of you have had, many lives. You've had many lives, and there has been a karmic cycle going round and round, and it's all to do with your abundance, because 2 and 6 is 8, and 8 is the infinity sign, isn't it? You guys are immortal, and this is something that they're figuring out. It's not just your royal bloodline, but you guys are immortal. Now, after this mirror magic was done, yeah, someone wants to leave. Someone wants to leave because they're not seeing benefit, and they're also quite frightened. They're quite frightened. And I mean, you look, that snake as well, it was to do with blocking your kundalini. Now you have 4 people, and the reason why in one of my videos I said that this is going to go viral and it doesn't need to go by your hand is because either 1, 2 or 4 of these people that have left this coven because they've realized what bullish is being spouted. I mean, come on, look. They are going to do it. They have information. They have actual evidence, actual proof of what they have been doing, what these karmics have been doing. And even though they, to some degree, are actually a karmic, it's almost like the wool was pulled over their eyes. And now that they see, they're like, we don't want anything to do with this. And it's going to be the karma, it's the downfall of this Grand High Warlock and the High Priestess and the Graveyard Witch. And I know that they're watching. I know that they watch my videos. I know if you have your own channel, they watch your videos. And look, they want it to be kept hush. They wanted you guys to dim your light. And they're angry and they're frightened. And the thing is, the Grand High Warlock will not say that he's frightened. And I mean, look, there you go, Masks. He will never say that he's frightened, but he is bricking it right now. He's bricking it. He's bricking it because of who your ancestors are. And look, what they wanted is happening. What they wanted to happen to you is happening to them. They're not getting anything. They are going broke. Now, you have, and the thing is as well, is the reason why you don't need to do anything. And I must say to the karmics watching, if you're thinking of doing anything to those who have left your coven, I would really not do it, because you're going to be stopped by angels. And the reason that you're going to be stopped by angels is because this is divinely orchestrated, baby. This is divinely orchestrated. This for me is the yes, no, stop, go card. And you're just being told you will not pass go. You will not collect your £200. You have been kicked out of the monopoly. God, Allah, the divine spirit, they have actually granted these 4 that have left this coven a way to atone. Because these 4 that have actually left are very skilled, and they had the wool pulled over their eyes. They were living in their triggers. This is almost like a spiritual awakening for these 4. And when what the other lot have been doing goes viral, it's almost like partial atonement. I mean, they're still going to get their karma, but it actually will be lessened. And I heard yes but no, so it will harshen the blow, because I heard that the karma that's coming for these karmics in general, some of it will be quite mild, and some of it will be almost to the point in a car crash, dead. And I think the mildness comes for those who are actually genuinely atoning. Okay, and again, your 3rd chakra, this is all to do with your Ra energy. So these 4 are now freaking out. These are the 4. And there is money hidden. And there was a rhyme, and it was, the money hidden, the money that's yours, is hidden across in tropical shores. Okay, and again, I heard family. There's a lot of heartbreak. There's a lot of heartbreak. Whoever, and no, it's not whoever, it's the Grand High Warlock, this dude who has been, you know, the son of Baphomet, has been doing love spells, and these love spells are now, it's almost like he's lost the power and connection to his father. His father is very, very displeased, very displeased. And he kind of glamoured himself, or while he embodies this energy of Baphomet, he is able to create illusions of what he looks like. So he comes across as very suave, but he's losing that look, and you can see this. You know, he's losing it. He's losing this. And I know that it's got a different name, but again, Oshun is coming through. And you look at this beautiful deity. She's gorgeous. But look who's behind her. Grandmother. You have somebody who's a lot older. So this guy, he's losing his looks. And I keep seeing someone who's very pasty and pale and spotty and greasy with like a really curly beard, but it hasn't been trimmed or taken care of. He's no longer able to go under that guise. And again, 2 and 1, 3. Who he's been working with is also shunning him and going, you're not going to get anything else from us until you cough up. And he can't. He can't. He is completely on the leash to the devil. He's completely chained to the devil. Well, there you go. And there's something to do with the tropics. There is going to be a police raid, or there has been a police raid. Sniffer dogs are coming in. They are checking floorboards. Oh, look, yes. It's all about joy. It's all about stealing your joy and disconnecting you from oneness. Because you look at her, and not only is she a mother, and someone who uses their sacral chakra to create, she is connected to the crystalline grid of the earth and to oneness of all. They can't stand how connected you are. 1 and 6, 7. The truth is coming out about deceit, about them trying to create that illusion that there was only one way of being, which is disconnected, which is fated to suffer. You know, again, 7, deceit, 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 deceit. Somebody in your inner circle, and I heard no, outer circle. Someone in your outer circle who could have been in your inner circle, and I heard yes when you were younger. They're also getting their comeuppance, and I heard fat for some reason. Somebody who's very, very overweight or has started to put weight on, artificial heart. Somebody who uses crocodile tears. 1 and 2, 3. 3s are coming up. Ascendant masters are with you, baby. They're with you. And look, this comes back to this coven and the 4 who left. 3 of them are very, very skilled in what they do, and 1 of them is very good with astrology. They may have been the one that they were going to for birth chart readings. And somebody has, within these 4, the grey, you know, I went to say the grey witch, the graveyard witch or grey witch, the high priestess, the grand high warlock, and this fledgling. They have 1, 2, or all have very similar birth or natal charts to you. And I heard a lock of your hair. Obsession. Obsessed. 3s. Look out for signs and synchronicities. Please, please, and thank you. Let me just stretch my legs again. Oh, signs and synchronicities. Okay, you may be seeing a lot of bees, or seeing adverts to do with honey and things like that. Envious gluttony. They just want to eat what's yours. They want to eat your energy. It's always been about energy harvesting, hasn't it? This person as well, for some reason, it reminds me of Jesus and the crown that he wore that was made from thorns. But this person, and wow, I never actually looked at that. It is obsessed with your shine, obsessed with your raw energy. Oh my gosh, these people. And when you look at this together and you put these 2 together, if you flip that around and pop it on there, it almost completes a complete circle. At some point, they had complete control over your life, over, you know, the obstacles they put into your life, and they were so smug. Oh my gosh. And I've got that Dua Lipa song in my head. I got new rules, I count them. Hey, hey. 1, don't pick up the phone, you know he's only calling because he's drunk and alone. 2, don't let him in, you'll have to kick him out again. 3, I can't remember the rest of it. I got new rules, I count them. Hey, hey. And this again, if you look at this, look, in the background it looks like stars, naked before the stars. They were doing something with your birth chart, But for some of you, it's been going on for a long time. Because I keep hearing your auntie and family alone in the world. They wanted to keep you down and quiet. And I heard jail time. Look, manifestations. You went through a massive, massive period of whatever it is that you were trying to manifest. It wasn't working, or there was just a massive block. And maybe for a while you didn't even realize there was a block, because it could have been wish fulfillment. And when you guys actually stepped into your purpose, that's when you started to realize, hey, how is it that my affirmations aren't bringing in things that they used to? Why is it that my luck is running out? Now you know why. And the thing is, there's something to do with water. Some of you may be Aquariuses, or you just hold that energy. You don't actually have to be an Aquarius. Some of you are humanitarians. You might do beach cleanup or ocean cleanup. You may help sick and injured animals. Yeah, Magician in the Mirror. This is to do with mirror magic as well. Ice and fire. You could also have a link, a story, a memory to do with J.R.R. Tolkien, to do with Game of Thrones, to do with The Hobbit, or to do with, oh, what is the other one, and why can I not remember it now? Lord of the Rings. Some of those things might kind of link for you. You may have a name that was taken from one of those books. You may have an affinity to elves. You may have an affinity to dragons, especially when you look on here, because this is really reminding me of the dragons out of, I've just said it and now I've forgotten it, Game of Thrones. When they take that dragon and that dragon dies, and I'm sorry if I'm giving spoilers for people who haven't watched it, but then the dragon comes back as an ice dragon, a dead dragon, and then you have this one over here. It's almost like this is what they're trying to conjure up, or what they were trying to conjure up is some sort of galactic, higher dimension animal or essence that they could use for their will. And I heard fail, epic fail, and I heard massive laughing. You know what? Some of your ancestors don't play. Because you look at this, let's have a really good look. You've got a mirror over here, and then you have some sort of cauldron thing over here. Now they tried, and I heard where the dead things grow. And if you look back, there's a video about the dead things. They tried opening a portal, and this may be what they were trying to pull through. They were trying to pull through, and I heard a giant. Okay, now this has connotations and links to the Bible, and I think it's the book of Enoch. I can never know if I say that properly, but have a look into that, because there's definitely connections to giants. They were trying to awaken a beast, a giant. They were trying to mirror your energy, because some of you may not even know, but you are connected to galactic energy. You've got to think, our chakras or our energy points, we know there's 7 that we name, but we have a lot more than that on our bodies, in our energetic fields. And then the layers of our auras go even higher and higher and higher and higher. You have a galactic, I can never remember the name, there's a galactic portal that's part of your energy field, which is why we can connect to the Christ grid. And it goes underneath our feet. You have your root chakra, but under that you have your earth star chakra, which is about 1 meter to 2 meters underneath your feet as you walk, that connects you to the Christ grid. And then you have ones that go further down. They were trying to connect and mirror your energy, but they don't have this knowledge. Which is why when you look at this, look how much higher and fiercer this is compared to this. They were trying to imbalance you by copying your energy. And I keep hearing, I'm not a copycat. I'm not. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, and this one wants to come out again as well. Manifestations. Their manifestations went wrong. And I heard went awry. Patience. For some of you, I think the message that's coming through from your ancestors is just be patient, because this is 1 and 6 again. This is talking for 7 about, opportunities, and also about whimsy, kind of like when you daydream. And some of you may have been you know, calling in your manifestations of, you know, seeing what it is that you want to bring into reality. And right now you might be questioning why it hasn't come in yet. If there are obstacles, if there are rejections, it is there for a reason, because it's not divinely time for it. If some of you are asking, you know, well, how comes they haven't been arrested yet? How comes this hasn't happened? How comes that hasn't happened? Because you know what? God, Allah, the universe, the cosmos, spirit, it works in divinely orchestrated time. So, you know, there's been some readers that I've looked and they've been talking about this for maybe a year. You know, it has to build, and people, places and things have to be connected, if that makes sense. They have to make sure that everyone lines up, that everyone has healed or is in the right place for these things to happen. It doesn't mean that they won't happen, but look, your angels are also telling you, go with the flow, surrender to it, it will happen. They're all getting their karma, and right now the karma that they're getting, they're trying to keep hidden. But what's happening, and one of the downloads that I got was like this massive tower, and it was like dominoes, you know, like you might see on TikTok and things like that, somebody who's made like this massive building or something out of dominoes, and they flick one there and the whole thing goes over and it starts to slowly go up and the whole thing crashes down. That is what's happening to these karmics, okay? Bit by bit, each domino is being hit down, being hit down, being hit down. And it's just a waiting game now. You don't have to do anything except for continue doing your revocations, continue to return to sender, whether that is through prayer, through your divination skills, through whatever it is that you use as your spiritual practice. Continue to do that on a daily basis. Continue to energetically cleanse your home, yourself, and to keep your vibrations up, because it's very, very easy to be sucked into the drama of all of this. But this is what they want, okay? If you feel like you are, take a break. Seriously, go and watch a video on YouTube of kittens playing with each other or something like that, you know? It's out of our hands any further than that. We don't need to do anything. You trust in the divine will hold you. Okay? Yeah, because they want you unbalanced. They want you to feel like you need to do more. And look, fearless love, Oshun, I've been feeling Oshun's energy. I've been feeling her. She is beautiful. Do not go down that path of feeling like you physically have to get retribution right now. And I know that that's easy to say, especially when so many of us have gone through challenge after challenge after obstacle, and we're not seeing the results of these people getting their just desserts. Oshun is even telling you, or the energy of this beautiful, beautiful deity is telling you, if you start going down that road of, I'm going to do it then, I'm going to do this, I'm going to curse them out, I'm going to do this, this and this, you are taking away from your own self-worth, your own self-love, and that unconditional love that connects us to the man upstairs, to the divine, to spirit. Leave it with him up there, because they're getting their just desserts. Don't worry, it's coming. Look, yeah. These people now, these people were trying to hold you to shame, to triggers, to wounds, and you're letting go of that. And that's also the advice, is that if there are any left, put a magnifying glass to them, find where they are, and pour that Oshun love into them. Right, do I need a different deck? I also had, do you know what? Because yesterday when I was talking about that Caribbean dude with the dread hat, with the Rasta hat, and I've been told to come over here, I got more clarity on it. And look, get out of your own way when organising like for like. So you've got a Virgo over here, but this is also get out of your own way, whatever it is that is maybe bringing up that emotional trigger when watching this, because I have noticed there's a lot of anger. And I'm not just talking about like comments and things like that. I'm seeing from other tarot readers, and you know what? It is natural. Anger is not a low vibrational emotion at all. It isn't. It's a valid emotion. We're allowed to be angry. We're allowed to voice our displeasure. It becomes stagnant. Let me pull out my other leg, because that one's also, it's not a low vibrational emotion. We are allowed to feel angry. We are allowed to express our anger. It's when we let it take hold of us, and it's when we allow ourselves to sit in that anger day after day after day. If you guys feel like you have been victimized or you've been attacked, that's because you guys have. But know that you are powerful, and know that you've got to start questioning also. When you have, you know, hater after hater, you have this person throwing spell work and this, you have to question why, because they wouldn't do it to somebody who wasn't powerful. They wouldn't do it to somebody who didn't have a really important purpose. It's almost, I know it doesn't sound it, but it's almost like a compliment that these people are doing this. And it's a weird way of seeing it, but you need to get out of your own way. If you are angry, voice it, write it down, channel it into something, you know, go boxing, go running, go and scream into a pillow, but ensure that you are not feeling like that the minute you wake up to when you go home, to when you go to sleep, because otherwise that's when that energy becomes stagnant, because you don't move it, you don't transmute it. And that is the message that I'm getting also. Now, if you are a Virgo, Virgos like to organize things. Maybe if you have got Virgo placements, or you're getting that energy when you're feeling angry, organizing, cleaning, you know, moving your bedroom around, doing, you know, something like that might actually help with that creative flow. Now, why was I told that? Why was I told that? That's right, because there was someone, and this is past for some of you, past energy, and for some of you it's present. That's because a hit was put out on you and it didn't work. It fell through. You might want to look at some of my older videos. It didn't work because whoever it was who was going to do the hit, they actually were either put in jail or they backed out because they realized how grand this was. And whoever it was who paid them, and I heard your family member who paid them was vexed, was so angry that they tried to look for somebody else. And I keep getting the word gun fever. Someone is trigger happy. And there was an argument as to who it was who was going to pull the trigger. Live in the moment. Try something new without expectations. This is about emotions, okay? Because look at that. They're cooking, or they're pouring something into that. This is about taking care of yourself, because this is back to the message about anger. Taking care of your emotions, okay? Expressing them, not bottling them up, but not living in for too long. Do you know what I mean? I feel like this week coming as well, make sure that you are not letting things ruminate in your head, that you're not living in whimsy too much. If you get downloads and you're writing them down, make sure that you are grounding, that you are also spending time in present time. And you've also got live in the moment. There you go. Make sure you're spending time in present moment. And whoever it is that's really angry that this hit didn't go along, this person, they had certain expectations, and they kind of clung to the fact that this was what was going to get you, get you gone. And now they're ruminating, they're vexed, they're angry, they're trying to strategize. And we did have that card before on strategy. They're trying to strategize who else they can get, because I have older videos talking about the dark web. You have a family member, or you have the husband or somebody like that, a male figure who, were they an Aries? No. They contacted, the hitman may have been an Aries or a Gemini, or you may be Aries or Gemini. I have those placements in your natal chart. But whoever it was spent a really long time on the dark web finding this person to come in, and it was gang affiliations, there was drugs involved. But they were planning to either break and enter to get you, and it fell through because God, spirit, divine, put that block in and was like, not today. And I heard ancestors as well. Your ancestors came through. I've been told to take another deck. Yeah, ask for help. And now this dude, or whoever it is that put that hit out, doesn't know who else to ask. But there is a plan, and I keep hearing there is a plan to break and enter and take a piece of jewelry, or take an item of your ancestors. An item of your ancestors. Now this flipped both ways. Yeah, like I was saying, don't get stuck too much in whimsy. But this person also was fantasizing about how this was going to play out and working. And it wasn't just one person working with a hitman. It's almost like there was a gang affiliation and there's a businessman who works between them. It's almost like when you see in those police movies or programs when they're going to meet at like a rendezvous to pass over information, and they stay in the cars. One's car's this way and one car's that way. They pass information and then drive off. That's what was happening. Yeah, look, Wheel of Fortune. They thought they had it down. Yeah, these people thought that they were too clever, and I heard a private investigator and a Libra. This private investigator was working to see what they could get on you. Why has this one come out? Yeah, this private investigator was working. There you go. There's this dude. This is the Grand High Warlock, who's a walking STD. But they were doing this in what they thought was the dark. They thought they were doing this in the dark. They thought they were being really, being very deceptive. False friend. This is somebody who may have, and I heard false accounts, fake accounts. If you do have a channel, this person uses multiple accounts to come on and comment, and just use your intuition. You guys are very, very intuitive. Yeah. This person was trying to keep it in the dark, seriously. They were trying to stop you from growing. They were trying to kill you. For some of you, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to hear that. Tell me about this piece of jewellery. Why did they want this piece of jewellery from your ancestor? Oh. Because this was actually something that kept you protected. It's something that kept you protected, and it kind of connects you to that ancestors even stronger. It could be a grandmother, it could be a mother figure, it could be an ancient ancestor for some of you that you don't know. And I heard Viking. I don't know if you guys have Viking associations or affiliations or bloodline as well. Yeah, it kept your home. It keeps your home safe. It definitely does, and it helps with these downloads. It helps with giving you more clarity. It helps guide you to the messages that you're supposed to hear. Yeah, it's keeping the robber out of the house, is what I'm hearing. And it's actually protecting you from any conflict spells that they may be sending. And I heard the police as well. So there was some sort of setup with the police to kind of have something either planted in your house. And I heard drugs for some of you, and maybe a stolen piece of jewellery. They may be planning to put something in your house so that they can call the police and be like, it was you, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it's almost to kind of vindicate, is that the right word? Or validate all of the lies and slander that they have been throwing about on the internet, or that they've been talking in closed doors, because there are people that are walking away from them now, laughing at them, saying, you know, you're full of shite, and they are trying to think of ways now to pull down your presence in the field that you work in. And also because whatever it is that goes viral is going to remove them completely, and your up level in that career is going to make you famous. It's either going to make, and I heard rich as well, and I heard millionaires club. So for some of you, and I heard most, this is life-changing events. Life-changing events for these karmics, but life-changing for you as well, because I'm not going to give you a time frame of when this career up level is coming, because there are thousands of elevated ancestors coming through, and you are all going to be at slightly different steps on your path, even though they are very, very similar. And I can't tell you, but what I can tell you is that it is coming in. And I saw like a meteorite coming really fast, like the Eight of Wands. But yeah, they were trying to put something in your home. They were trying to put something in your home. And for some reason, for some of you, it's an engagement ring. It's a ring of some sort. There was a lie at some point about you stealing either your mother-in-law or an ex's mother's or some sort of family heirloom. And they wanted to place it in your home. But whatever it is that you have of your own ancestors, or whatever it is, it's a piece of jewelry, or it's a you know, a stone or a gem or For some of you, it's like a hamster hand or a hand. For some reason, I'm seeing like a hand, like, you know, those ones that hold jewelry, like a jewelry stand. There's something about that. It connects you to your ancestors, or you may use it in rituals when you pray or when you connect to the divine in the way that you do. Whatever it is, it's highly protected of you, and it connects your home to your ancestors as well. That's pretty awesome. Should I put these down? I heard yes. And I heard Angelic Realm. So for some of you, it may actually be a herb or a bag of herbs, or it may be like a little satchel that's been passed down, or a friend may have given it to you. Do I need this deck? No. Okay, what deck would you like me to take? Why do I keep seeing over here? You want me to flip the top one? Okay. Yeah. Their strategy was thwarted, and they're trying to figure out what else they can do. Yeah, this is strange. Okay, how interesting. How interesting, you guys. What should I go for next? Let's go over here. Okay. So you also have a graveyard witch, and the luck is not on their side. Whatever they did on this strawberry moon, and look at my past videos about this mirror magic, it went really awry, really awry. And it says believe in the impossible. This person may have voiced the fact that they don't think that, you know, they're going to be able to do anything else. They're not going to be able to rectify this. They can't get these demons off their back. And there was like a massive eruption. There was like a really big argument, especially from the Grand High Warlock. You and your loved ones are safe. And he said, if you leave, if you say anything, I will curse out your whole family, especially your children. And it shook this person. This graveyard witch may be a Cancer, or her child might be a Cancer. For some of them, it's her child. Tell me more about this. Now this, I think that he already did it. I think he did it just to prove a point, because she was kind of, I think while they were doing this mirror magic thing, they all went, you know, it maybe even just in their heads, I thought you were supposed to be powerful. What's this? Or one of them may have mumbled something, and he was like, seriously? Okay, watch. And then he did something. He definitely, he drew back any connection that they had to getting that abundance. So now either the the High Priestess or this graveyard witch, they are facing homelessness, or they're having arguments with their landlord. They can't pay their bill or their rent or stuff like that. Now, I'm getting two downloads. I'm getting that he kind of pushed that energy onto them to teach them a lesson, but at the same time, it was kind of out of his control. So so he's kind of played it off like that's what he did, but it wasn't. That is just the flipping karma. But he's saying, I did that, so you carry on testing whether or not I'm good at what I do. You're very close to achieving your goal. They're not. They are they're nowhere near it. They've got a big heart block. That's what part of the karma as well is. That heart block's going to stay there. Your dreams need a practical plan. Taurus. So you have somebody who paid them, because this Grand High Warlock, I've said it in my last video, this person, he's either the head of the coven, or he's someone that was paid to come in to kind of weed out the people that are the non-believers, and to kind of raise it up, kind of, because I'm getting like a really Aryan vibe, like kind of like racist kind of vibe, like I need a strong army. Let me see what else we got here. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. They had put massive blocks on your abundance, or they were trying to get you to hold on to money way too tightly. And I have a feeling that when they'd done this mirror magic the last time, it was, yeah, they were pulling at your solar plexus, which is how you perceive you know, personal power and joy. Our personal power comes from within and not from without. And this person was trying to swap that around, maybe, as well as making you sick. So making you kind of hold on to material things. So they've been paid. This person's been paid. And that might also be why this Grand High Warlock is worrying as well, because he's been, not only has he been paid on this realm to, you know, pay up. You've got to give us the goods. We've paid you to do this. But also in the spiritual realm, whoever he's been working with has also been paying him in abundance, and he can't pay up there either. Have faith in your dreams. Your dreams need a practical plan. This seems to be looking at business as well. And I heard for some, yes. Some of you have ideas. You have business ideas that you're sitting on for fear that it won't work. It will. Look, don't let your pride get in your way. You guys are being very, very humble because it's upside down. Okay? You guys are either being very, very humble about your own abilities and what you can do, and maybe you need that confidence boost. You need, because you've got Oshun coming in. Oshun is all about self-love and about abundance and all that bougie stuff that we all deserve. Have faith in your dreams. Have faith that what it is that you can do that. But this is also part of the play, that they were trying to place that seed of doubt that actually you're not good enough. How interesting as the plot thickens, eh? What else do I need? Yeah, that Grand High. That's why in the last video it was about his magic D, wasn't it? Because this guy has like this love spell, or it's almost like a siren's call that he has over women because he's the son of Baphomet. But that he's losing that. He's losing his connection to be able to use those powers, and his magic D has turned into like I don't know, a stinky D. It's turned into just yuck. Time to give rather than take. Okay. What else have we got? So we've got a lot of Virgo and Gemini. Communication is key. Yeah, communication's been blocked. This person, this is also about this hitman here, because there was some sort of bet. I bet. And I remember in the last video, it was about this Caribbean guy or Jamaican guy who was standing outside a betting shop. And I got clarity on that he was actually talking to somebody, and I heard family. He was talking to a family member about, I bet you can't take this from her or him, or I bet that you can't get them to do so-and-so with spell work. And it was almost like a joke. And there is a film with Eddie Murphy, and I cannot remember the name of it, where he's a homeless dude and a load of, you know, rich white dudes, they make a bet that for $1 that they can't turn his life around and make him do this, this and this, and I cannot remember the name of it. It's a really good 80s film, and it was kind of like that. So this, you know, time to give rather than take, and communication is key. There was some sort of communication about doing this, about, I bet that you can't do this, this and this. I'll actually put money on it that you can't get him or her or they to do this, this and this. I bet you can't get into their energy field and take from their sacral chakra. I'll put down £100. I'll put down £1,000. And then it became, you know, oh, they're mates. I'll put down 500. And it was almost like you were the butt of the joke. And they've gone quiet. They've gone quiet because that Grand High Master, or that Grand High Warlock, he can't tell them. How's he going to tell them, actually, you know, because he's been showboating. Look, he's angry. He's so angry. He's so flipping angry. And you've got like full moon in Aries. So you've got an Aries, Gemini and Virgo. You know, look, your dreams need a practical plan. They all put money down. They all put money down betting on your demise. And it didn't work out, and they're gone quiet. They're gone quiet, you know, and these guys or girls or whatever who are all laughing at you, saying you're going to be an easy target, they are stumped. They're stumped because not only can they not shut you up, and I heard shut up spell, they can't get into your energy. They can't get any abundance. Look, step out of your comfort zone. And it's up, and it's North Node. These, that they were trying to get you out of your North Node. They were trying to get you out of your, you know, your divine purpose. And they couldn't do it. And I think that this Grand High Warlock and the High Priestess especially, they are flabbergasted. They're flabbergasted because this is something that this guy does for a living. This is his job. This is his job. Not you've humbled them, but he won't say that. He's so angry. He cannot believe that he wasn't able to perform. Oh gosh, Because I just heard when I said that he can't believe he's not able to perform. He may have impotence as well. He may have impotence. Balance spirituality with practicality. He's very unhinged now, because not only is he not able to perform magically, he's now losing that magic D. He's now not being able to get it up, and there's panic that is setting in. There's complete panic, and I keep saying there's a heart block, a heart wall. And this person, like, something was, when he done this mirror magic and it was reversed, it put something in his heart. And I feel like part of what was put in his heart was unconditional love from your higher self. Because you've got to remember, we have free will. We have free will on the 3D plane, but your soul actually has free will as well. You are binded because it's your soul. And I had double four. But your soul has its own free will, which is why, you can invoke your free will to have full clairvoyance. I want to be able to see spirits. I want to be able to commune with angels, actually see angels. I want to be able to, astrally project and remember every one of my dreams. You can invoke that. But if your higher self doesn't think that you are ready, doesn't think that it's divinely guided, it won't happen. Because, if that weren't true, then you could just say these things and boom, you'd be able to, have complete foresight like a seer, or you'd be able to, manifest a $1 million house like that. There's a reason why we can give our free will. And if it's for our highest and greatest good, the ball will be kind of rolled for us to get it into that court. But if your soul doesn't think that you are ready, it will, your soul will be like, no, not yet. And I've actually lost my train of thought. It does happen to me sometimes. But yeah, this is crazy. Okay, do you know what? This is 45 minutes. I'm going to stop right there. I have so much more to tell you, but I feel like this will end up being a 3-hour reading otherwise. I hope this gave you some clarity. I've been told not yet. What did you need me to take? Okay, so I was going to stop, but Spirit said no, keep going. Look, because you're the Magician. Wow, they are really, really stumped. They're really stumped. And yeah, they're actually seeing you for who you are. And they thought it would have been easy, because you look at that rabbit and what he's holding. There's the planets, there's the sun, there's the moon, there's growth, there's everything. And it's number one, it's oneness. And I think that they've kind of been floored by the grandness of your energy, by the connectedness of your energy, by realizing that you aren't just floating along through life unawakened. And I think that's the reason why people can get targeted so easily, is when you don't know that you are sovereign, when you don't know that you are powerful. It's so easy to then disempower someone, to target someone and to feed off of their energy. But this has been an absolute wake-up call, and I've just remembered the reason why I went on that rant about, free will and the soul's free will. It's because when they try to attach or take from you, the reason why that Grand High Warlock got so sick is because he connected into your heart chakra, and your heart chakra, as well as all your other chakras, are connected to the oneness of all, the truth of all. And because he is so blocked, and he has been blocked for all of his life, and he's shunned the light, that tiny little slither of unconditional love that resonates at the core of us, that is our I am presence, it knocked the entire wind out of him. Because it was true, and it was genuine, and it was beautiful. Because where he's been feeding from your energy, he's not been getting the real you, if that makes sense. And for that 1 second, your ancestors went, do you know what? All right, is that what we're going for? And it blew him away. It has made him sick, because it's almost like, when you have a cold, you feel like absolute crap because your body is detoxing what's not supposed to be there. And this Grand High Warlock, he's more or less, he got a hit of unconditional love, absolute oneness. And it has hit his body so hard because he's been sick for so long. And that's not even talking about the STD. He's been sick for so long and he felt that. And the truth has just, it's broken him. It's completely broken him. I'm now going to leave it there. I think that is the message that needed to come out. I hope this gave you some clarity and some confirmation on what you already knew. I must actually also say as well, this is not a personal reading. This is a general, collective, timeless reading. If parts of this do not resonate for you, it's because this is general and the messages that are coming through from lots of different elevated ancestors and elevated guides. If it doesn't resonate, leave it. If it does resonate, beautiful. If none of this message resonates for you, then it is not the right video, or maybe you actually need a personal reading to get more clarity. However, thank you for being here. If it did resonate and you are new, I would love for you to hit on the like, the subscribe, and on the notification bell so you can get more of my content. And if you're a returning subscriber, you guys are awesome and make it so worthwhile. I will see you in the next one. Bye.